Hey, what's going on? Brian here again with you guys. Appreciate you coming back for more. So, wanted to talk to you about the concept of systems and systematic thinking. I was first introduced to this concept in a book. I actually have it right here. It's called Resolved: 13 Resolutions for Your Life. Now, this is a book written by a guy named Orrin Woodwards. I've actually met Orrin. He is considered one of the top leadership experts in the world, according to Inc. magazine. He runs several successful businesses and used to be a very successful engineer at General Motors. So this book really changed my life in a lot of different ways. It's actually in the top 100 best personal development and leadership books ever written. And this just came out a couple years ago. So it's had a huge impact on my life. I know it's had a huge impact on thousands and thousands of people. So if you ever get a chance to read this book or listen to any of Orrin's audios, I promise you, you will not be disappointed. They are phenomenal. So in this book, there's one chapter that talks about developing a systems mindset and systems thinking. And essentially what Orrin talks about is seeing cause and effect and seeing if there's an underlying system to that issue. Maybe it's a personal issue or maybe it's just a business issue. But really at the heart of it, he says what you have to do as a leader, or in this case, a business owner, if you're running an online business, if you're running an offline business, or if you're doing Kindle publishing, which of course is an online business, he says what you need to do is you need to look at everything that you do and make those into tasks and then find those high leverage tasks. So what he means by that is, what are the high leverage tasks? Meaning, what are the tasks that you do that create the biggest amount of impact? Usually it's only about 20% of the tasks that you do that produce 80% of the results. And so what he says is you need to focus on that and develop a system where regular, everyday, ordinary people can do the rest of that 80% of the work in your business so that you can continue to duplicate the same results with less work, but you're concentrating your effort in one area, which ultimately is going to help you grow your business or your organization or whatever it may be. And so you see this in a place like McDonald's, where McDonald's has such a good system to basically produce subpar hamburgers that 16-year-old kids can run the entire store. Why is that? Well, it's because they have a phenomenal system in place that basically just cranks out the cheeseburgers and the fries as fast as people can eat them. And so that's an idea of systems thinking and what it takes to build a system so good that it just creates money on an ongoing basis without the owner of the McDonald's having to be there. So if anyone's ever met the owner of a McDonald's and actually seen him working in a McDonald's, please let me know, because I'm pretty sure that's never happened. Why is that? Because McDonald's has an amazing system. And so how I apply this in my life is I've been doing Kindle publishing for a little less than a year. I'm nowhere near where I want to be. I'm going to show you guys my dashboards here in the next video. So I'm nowhere near where I want to be in terms of financially. But I knew that I could create a system that could help me get to where I'm going. And that's why I actually created a system called Kindle Autopilot. It basically shows any Kindle publisher, no matter what their experience is, what their high leverage tasks are to create the most amount of money for their books, which is basically finding a good niche, keywords, making sure those are profitable, and creating high quality content, and then shows them to focus their efforts on just doing that while outsourcing the rest of their business to a virtual assistant. And so the benefit of doing that is that a process is a process that you're going to continue to do over and over. And whether it's an online business or Kindle publishing or just a regular business, at a certain point as the owner of the business, you don't want to have to be doing all the work. And so you want to focus on the tasks that are going to make you the most amount of money and then systematize everything else. So that's what I've done with the Kindle Autopilot program. I haven't taught you anything you don't know through the Kindle publishing process if you're already an existing publisher, but what I've done is I've actually allowed you to see how you can actually systematize your business so that you can duplicate your efforts through someone else. And of course, when you duplicate your efforts, you end up making more money. So you essentially can take yourself out of the business and do a lot less work, or even back off completely, but still earn money. And that's the whole point of having a system. So by all means, if you're an existing Kindle publisher and you'd like to learn more about how to systematize your business so you don't have to do as much work but continue to get paid, definitely want you to check out KindleAutopilot.com. If you're new to Kindle publishing or you have no interest in that at all, that's fine. Start to take these concepts of personal development, of systematic thinking, and see how you can incorporate those into your life. Or see, if you run a business, how can you make the business better, and what are those tasks that you really need to focus on. You can do that with your business, or you can do that with your life. Your life works the same way. 20% of what you're doing is getting you 80% of the results you want. So do the 20% and figure out a way to systematize the rest and make it on autopilot. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Would love for you guys to continue. If you haven't already, to subscribe to the channel and keep watching the videos. We'll see you guys in the next one.